With the passage of Prop 50, his new congressional district is going to be in Nevada. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get on. No choice. We got your mandate. You get it on now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling a friend. I love that about you. Adam Ray is in studio.
Hello.
He's on tour as we speak. Rudy Pavich is in studio as well. He's going to be doing the news. Adam is headlining clubs and theaters all over the country. I'm actually going to be at the Wilbur Theater in Boston tonight as you hear this. That's a great
I'll be there in January. Just added a second show.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. It's a great... You ever been there before?
I've been there to when our pal Dana Carvey was doing his Netflix special there. I think White and 60, is it called? Or
yeah, something like that.
Something about I'm white. And by the way, I want to do a special as Joe Biden and call it Am I white or am I wrong? But I'm serious. Yeah, I was at Laugh Boston, the comedy club in Boston, and Dana was there doing a special, and he got in the day before and was like, can I come by with my family to see your show and hang? And I go, yeah, and obviously due time. There's no reason for you to be at this club, and they'll freak out, and it'll be great. He's like, yeah, is that cool? I'll just do like 10 minutes. I go, no, do 40. I'll do 45. Yeah. You do whatever you want. And he did 45, and then we went up together and like jammed for about 30, and we taped the whole thing, and then I get off stage, and the young kid behind the counter goes, hey, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't hit record on the audio. And I go, of course you didn't. I go, this is your fourth day? He goes, second. I go, damn it. Your name's Gabe? He goes, Connor. I go, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, shit.
I know.
But great theater. So Dana, I went and saw him do his special there, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. I had that happen at the Belly Up last few times I went there. Sort of someone forgot to hit record.
You just can't assume anymore. I mean, it's why when Rudy started taping shows for me, it was like, oh, I need to start having... You can't just rely on the club, whatever they have. Even if they are like, we have a 3-camera setup. You're like, 2 of them always probably don't work, right? And they go, how'd you know? You go, because it's you guys.
Yeah.
What came first? Is this proliferated by us not being able to yell at people anymore? Like people fuck up and you can't say anything? I just had this. I had this. This is my thing. This is my thing. I was telling someone to do something. They didn't do a good job. They did a bad job. And then I said, hey, fix it, or like do a good job. And then as I was walking away, I heard a woman go, there's no pleasing Adam. And I said, there is a version. There is a pleasing me. You can fucking do, just do the thing I told you to do.
Correctly.
And then I shall be pleased. If you're going to work under the auspices of there's no pleasing me, then we're in a weird place in society. But I've got there's no pleasing, and I'm like, my answer is, why don't you try doing whatever it is I told you to do correctly? Yeah. And then I won't have to come back and finish whatever it is you started but didn't do. Yeah. And then we'll see if I'm pleased or not. But let's test it out.
Yeah, that sounds like a difference of opinion and also just a lack of accountability. And it's like, you can yell at I've gotten frustrated at people for, at pod studios, they only get one of the 4 cameras that you pay for, whatever. But then there's a certain thing of like, it's not going to change anything. It's like my grandma was on these weird blood thinners, and they put her on the wrong thing, and she ended up like falling out of the car, and it should have just been a fall, and then she like bled out, and my mom was like, yeah, I could probably sue, like, but that's not going to bring her back. Right. So same thing with like scream, like I always try to pick my battles and go, is it yelling at the Delta Airlines gal like going to change anything? No, but like sometimes there are teachable moments that I think everyone needs to. Citizen's arrest is tough. Now, if I'm poking on the back of your seat too hard on the TV screen, and you turn around and you scream at me and you go, hey, don't tap, 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 tap. And I say, hey, man, I am down to go into the bathroom right now and fight you or start making out. Either way, I'm not gay, but I'll get gay right now. If I say that, I think I'm warranted because you turned around and you freaked out. Now, did this happen 4 weeks ago on a Southwest flight? Potentially. I'm just bringing it up because I'm trying to make small talk with my buddies. But my point is, pick your battles.
Yeah.
Who you guys voting for?
I agree.
I'm also amazed at how, because where I'm at, like middle of the road, I always looked at guys in your positions and went, oh, once you get to that level, nothing gets fucked up anymore.
Oh, no.
It's perfect. And then I realized once I started working with guys that are at your level, oh, everything gets fucked up still. It doesn't matter.
we did an entire live podcast, hour and a half long, out of the belly up out in San Diego way, and none of it was recorded. And it was a whole episode.
Let's be clear. Dawson was
Dawson
not
did
asked
not
to be
do it.
there. Was not,
Dawson did not do it.
And see, there we go. Lesson learned, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
All Dawson did was sabotage the equipment, so he would be sure to be asked at the next one. But it was not. But here's the whole point. You do think, like you go, oh, I remember that thing I said. You know, do you go back and relive some of those golden moments you had with Dana Carvey that'll never be captured again?
Oh, we did a whole. My friend Avery was also there. That I used to bring on the road, and after I do my hour, we do about 20, 30 minutes of improvised musical crowd work off the crowd. And he was there, and he did a kind of a John Lennon, and I was doing like Ringo, and we did a whole 15, 20-minute Beatles rant, making up Beatles songs.
Right.
It
golden.
It murdered, and it was all. I didn't even have the audio on my phone, which I always do, because I just was like, oh, they're going to capture it all here, whatever. And I just wasn't thinking when Dana came back out, but I was like, oh yeah, it'd be awesome to have that. I think about that. A decent. Anytime somebody brings up the Beatles, I think about that.
Yeah.
So now I can't think about the Beatles anymore.
All in the dustbin of history now. All right, let me ask you guys this. I've often thought about like sayings and ones that don't really make sense, and a lot of them. There's three big ones that involve shit that don't make any sense.
Oof, I've got one too.
One is don't bullshit a bullshitter.
Sure.
Because you're now have included yourself as a bullshitter.
Yeah.
That's right. Don't bullshit a bullshitter is up there with I'll see you in hell. Just okay, so you'll be in hell for some time before I arrive? Yeah. What did you do?
Yeah.
What did you do? Molest your daughter? Yeah. Like, why are you in hell?
Yeah.
Why is that a threat? So, like, don't bullshit a bullshitter means you're a bullshitter, and I'll see you in hell means I'm going to hell. Maybe because of my constant bullshitting. But also means I'm going to die first. I assume I'll go first. I'll be in hell.
Right.
And then at some point, you'll show up in hell, and I'll be there.
Stock the fridge.
And we'll both be tormented. But then there's the shit rolls downhill, which anyone who's ever been camping and tried to shit on a hillside knows it most assuredly doesn't.
Yeah.
Like you can kick it 3 times. It just grabs a bunch of twigs and stops. Nothing rolls down a hill worse than shit. If anyone's attempted to roll, shit rolls downhill is not good.
Yeah.
The other shit related one is,
How about I'm up shit creek without a paddle? Why are you in shit creek to begin with?
yeah, and why'd you forget the paddle?
And why'd you forget the paddle?
Yeah.
Of all the things you should not
Yeah.
forget, if you're going to a place and you hear about a creek filled with shit,
Yes.
and you voluntarily go in it to swim, kayak, whatever you are doing that requires a paddle, and you didn't bring said paddle, whatever shit you get covered in, whatever feces, disease, great band name that you pick up is on you.
We're fast and loose with shit. And the other one that's no good is when you're dating someone from the office and they go, don't shit where you work. Like, first off, they're calling you having a relationship with the receptionist shitting.
Yeah. Or
which
shit
is
where you
weird.
eat. Yeah.
shit where
Or
you eat.
shit where you eat. Sorry, don't shit where you eat. Sorry. Shit where you eat, I only shit where I eat unless I'm at a restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a dining table that's about 7 feet from the downstairs bathroom where the shitting
Yeah.
takes.
Awesome.
There's nothing. Everyone shits where they eat.
Yeah.
Even rich people shit where they eat. They get a little further away from the table.
Yeah.
But don't shit where you eat is a weird one to me because everyone I know shits where they eat.
Flight attendants might be the best example. They're
Right.
the closest to the bathroom, aside from the pilots, and the snacks.
Another one is
They're only shitting and eating.
when they say I don't give 2 shits.
Yeah.
It implies they give 1.
At least
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The other one is-
And also, why don't you? Why stop at 2? Like,
Right.
if
Yeah.
you don't get one, say I don't give any shits.
I don't give a half a dozen.
I don't give a
shits.
half a dozen.
Also, there's
shits.
you're right. And everything is bad with shit. That guy, the shit-eating grin. Like
Yeah.
who's
wow.
happy about eating shit? You know, like if I ate shit, my hands would be going. Ah!
How about this? How about shit for brains?
Shit for brain. Well, shit for brains could mean you're not a clear thinker.
Yeah.
But shit-eating grin suggests like you just took a bite
have a
off a
bad
Duke
smile.
and you're
Yeah.
like going, yeah.
You bring it full circle. It's you got shit for brains if you keep the door open while you're shitting while I'm trying to eat where Adam is working.
Yeah.
No shitting,
No,
right?
yeah.
There's a lot in there. Yeah.
Here's
don't
one,
like it.
here's
Yes.
one that's shit and poo related, but it's a little, it's maybe in a different category. You bet your ass.
Oh yeah.
What high stakes poker game involves someone offering up their anal virginity?
Bet your ass and see you an ankle.
Yeah.
So I was thinking in the don't bullshit a bullshitter category, which then makes you a bullshitter, which again, you're accusing someone of being bad, but you're also saying, I know it because I'm bad.
Right.
It would not apply in any other facet. It wouldn't work. Like you couldn't say, don't try to pedophile a diddler.
Yeah.
Just like Grandma used to say.
Yeah, don't try to out pedophile this molester. I know what you do. Like, it doesn't work. You couldn't say it with arsonists. Like, don't try to out arson an arsonist or an embezzler.
You think that's what Fogel said to the feds when they were onto him?
Don't try to out pedophile a pedophile.
This is one sandwich you don't know how it's made. I don't know. Should I take a bite out of this 6 inch? Yeah.
When is Fogel getting out?
Great question.
By the way, and
what's he doing?
And by the way,
is he having Subway at the party?
Yeah.
Can I say this? We live in a society where if you're some chick and you want that Mangione kid to be freed, judgment free.
Sure.
But if I make just one sign about Jared Fogle getting out of prison and stand in front of the courthouse, I'm judged.
Yeah.
This guy assassinated a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, those kids are still alive.
Let's get our priority. They're not only still alive, they're probably rich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a
Subway.
payday.
Yeah. Subway for life.
For life. They got that coupon stamp. When is I mean, it can't, it's going to be, I don't know. I know P. Diddy may beat him out, but.
And if it's 5 years, you have to sing it in the jingle of Subway going 5
Oh
years.
my God.
5 years out the clink or whatever it is. Yeah.
When is he supposed to
He
get out?
must serve a minimum of 13 years.
I bet
I'm
we're on
trying to
year
see what it
11. I
was.
bet he's got 2 more, and maybe less.
I believe 2015 was the year he went
Yeah,
in.
so he's 2-3 years
Wow.
away.
2 years out.
Like Oreo used to be all in on like black parent, white kid. Mm-hmm. They share the cookie. Mm-hmm. He teaches him how to dip the cookie. Maybe the kid teaches which side to twist off first. Mm-hmm. And it was like a real piece of social commentary. But you got maybe one of those every 6 to 8 years. Mm-hmm. Costco, never see a Costco commercial. Some people are just out there and they're like, you know where we are. And you have a card. You have a card to our house.
Costco, they don't need commercials. They have infected people with their 99-cent hot dogs, which is enough to get people just sucked into that place. It's like the siren song of the 99-cent hot dog.
Well, and the TikTok family.
Right.
That, has, here comes the boom.
Right. And also,
By the way, that guy's got to go to jail for something at some point. Child abuse or just like raising the fattest kids who are so. I mean, maybe they're happy, maybe they get everything they want, but I don't know.
Jimmy Kimmel was on the cover of the Costco magazine like 3 years in a row. Like literally.
He loves Costco, right?
He's the Jared of Costco. It's been said many times.
Oh, God.
I don't know why he's bothered by that. He is the Jared.
I don't think you want to be the Jared of anything.
Well, he's the Jared of Costco.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like the mayor of Kirkland.
Can't he be the Mayor McCheese of Costco?
He's the Jared of Costco.
Way less
He's
allegations.
on how many cover shoots? I mean, he literally made it to the cover of Costco magazine. And
Wow.
yeah, when you would be on the cover of something, like I would be on the cover of like Wired magazine or something, like some deeper cut thing, not Sports Illustrated or Life or Time or something. But there was so many fucking magazines like in the 90s that if you had a show on MTV, you would get onto the cover of something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Henry Winkler on the
cover, and was Guy Fieri.
Well, Oprah was on the cover of her own magazine.
Oprah has never missed a cover of her own magazine.
Yeah, maybe Gail slipped in there once just to be like, we're not gay.
I remember keeping track of Oprah's magazine, and she made every cover.
Yeah.
So we were at the small little market on Beechwood Canyon. There's a little market.
Oh yeah, right next to the Birds and the UCB right there.
No. Birds and UCB is on Franklin.
Yes. But there's a cool market right around the corner there from like Gelson's.
No.
Not that one.
Sorry. Birds is the chicken place, and he spotted me on the cover of one of the magazines, and he slid it up out of the shelf, and he looked at it. He looked at the cover for a couple beats. I was just paying for the food, but I started looking at him. Well, his back was kind of to me, so he didn't see me looking at him. And he looked at it for like 2 beats, and he dropped it back in the slot and then walked back over to the register. Oh. And I was like, you didn't want to crack it? Like, see what was in it? You didn't, like, do that thumb move where you went, what do we got here?
Yeah, he actually hit it behind so nobody would see it.
World's funniest son. What is this article? It's like he literally just looked at it and went, not for me, and like dropped it back in, and then walked over to the register and didn't say anything. Right? And then I was like, all right, we got our sandwiches. Like, yeah, all right, let's go. And we just walked out. And I was like, he's going to say something. Like, did you get the magazine or what was it?
Yeah.
Never said a word.
Yeah. Wow.
That's when I
was
realized.
like, did you see that cigar aficionado with Bill Clinton on the cover?
Schwarzenegger was on the cover 2 years in a row.
Bryan, by the way, I'm working on something with Jimmy, and so I texted him the picture and said, Carolla just pulled this up. I said, this is our version of Tiger Beat. And he said, ha, ha, ha. Another friend sent that to me yesterday. So for some reason.
Yesterday?
This kid, I mean.
So somebody cooked that up yesterday?
Yeah.
Because it's
is
AI,
Costco in the
right?
news, or how does that.
Did you show him the hunky one?
No, the Kimmel bulks up. The old one, this one.
Oh, somebody sent him that yesterday?
Yeah.
Huh. Great magnet.
So weird. Yeah, the great magnet.
I mean, it is I don't know if it's a sad thing that celebrity has become so diluted that the magazine cover doesn't mean as much, because it was a kind of a cool time. Like, I don't, not that I frequented magazine stands a lot, but like, it was cool to, I used to have these Beckett's when card trading was a big deal. Do you remember those? It was the basically the magazine that would show you the value of the cards.
Right.
And, when Ken Griffey Jr. would be on the cover, or Frank players, it was a big deal to even see them on the cover, because you're like, oh man, they must think it's cool because they took the time to pose for a picture to be on the magazine. And then you would see, I don't know, like Tony Robbins on a Home and Garden, and you're like, all right, I guess like now I got to read Home and Garden, because if Tony's fucking with it, if you're a Tony fan, Wolfgang Puck would be on like a, I don't know, Pornhub. I don't know what other magazines. Sports Illustrated.
Cherry.
Yeah. Nah, it's all weird and ruined.
Even those probably don't mean as much. Sports Illustrated.
No, they started doing the trans thing, and then they started putting fat chicks on there, and we just sort of went. We're
tuned out.
We're tuned out.
But also the amount of porn and lack of clothing images are so at your disposal that I think, like those magazines, even there's got to be somebody out there that was like, I used to buy those in. I had 15 different descriptions under 25 different names,
People have no idea what porn was and sort of what its value was and the lengths that men would go to obtain and hang on. And, I found a picture. I found a newspaper when I was walking to school at Walter Reed Elementary. When I was walking there, I found they used to have those nudie newspapers. Like they would have vending machines out on the street, and like weird Star Hollywood, and it was like topless chicks, and in the back was all escort services or whatever. But we'd just get them just to see the pictures. But there was a black and white newspaper picture of Adrienne Barbeau from Maude, topless, on a crinkled up piece of, and I like got it out and like brought it home and put it between two sheets of glass. And it was like you could see the pixels. The pixels were bigger than her nipples, you know? It's like super grainy newspaper. I hung on to that shit for like 3 years because that's like what I had.
Yeah. Elaine's Christmas card. Seinfeld sticking it under the mattress.
I'm telling you, I used to go into the Big Five in Studio City just to visit my lady friend on a raft box. They had a raft box with a hot chick floating in the pool in a bikini, and I'd just go check her out.
Now, where are those people? Like, where's the VH1? Where are they now on the raft, REI, hot girl outdoors camping to make the guys go, maybe she is out there in the woods?
Well, where do you guys stand on masturbation to a porn star that's expired? She's dead. Is that rude or is it the ultimate homage?
I think it's the ultimate homage.
Yeah.
I think
The way they would have wanted it?
I don't think you do it at the funeral.
Okay, we
Unless
do it
yeah.
at the wake.
Unless it's like on the invitation. It says there will be a group jerk commencing shortly after punch. By the way, Jimmy said his oldest friend from kindergarten,
Jimmy.
Paul Kaplan, sent it to him. And
Really?
I go, man,
Yesterday?
the deep cut friends find everything, which is true. For better or for worse. They know everything. That is, I guess, Costco over, if you're going to be on the Sam's Club never did that, and let it be known this is why they're Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Also, anytime you're going Fantastic Sam's, like, do we ever meet that guy? Do we ever know who the Sam of Sam's Club is?
No.
If you're gonna do that, like Dave Matthews Band, we know who Dave is. He's out and about, fun guy. Sam, like, why aren't you taking this opportunity to do some spots? Let the people know, like, hey, Costco is just a brand, but this is your club, dude. Don't you want to be at the precipice of like, we got pictures of girls on rafts in aisle 12, and dude, we have a bucket of lotion on aisle 13. Come in, whack off. It's Sam's Club, baby.
I don't know when you guys went to Vegas for the first time, but I went. I was 21, which was 2001. So there's still not a lot of porn on the internet that I'm allowed to watch yet. Can't afford the internet at that age. But I took a lap at like maybe 11 p.m. I went one side of the strip and then up and down and just collected the little pamphlets that the Mexican dudes are slapping and they give you and just stuck them in my bag, and that's what I jerked off to for about 6 months.
Jesus Christ.
Because I couldn't afford
Rudy,
a
this feels like
magazine.
take it to the grave shit.
I will. And
The
once
trading
you hit
card.
the grave,
It's like, and
I'll
there was a
rub one
Cal
out.
Ripken rookie card in there, and I just, I didn't have time to pull my pants up.
Yeah, I shoplifted a Beckett, and I tell you, those things were worth a lot.
Oh, my God.
So.
This is all we got in terms of, I think this is our modern, I had to walk to school in the snow.
It is.
We didn't have your newfangled whatever. We had to go out, and milk the cows in the morning. We don't do it. But us having to whack off to raft box porn, that's kind of our story to pass on to the next generation. Like, you kids, you got it good.
I feel like I got a pretty creative mind for the arts and for our biz. But, man, when it comes to just, like, using the imagination, can't do it. Had to go, we're getting, I think, to the point of trying to have some kiddos. And I went to get my swimmers checked. And I walk in, and, it's already a little uncomfortable. And the girl hands me a little cup and goes, you can do it in this. And I was like, you said that like there was another option. Like there's some little Filipino guys walking around like, or my hand.
It was her coffee cup, by the way.
And so I go, okay. And I go in there, and there's just the oldest looking little TV that looks like it was like a monitor that like your stepdad bought to like go with your computer because you're like, I need, and he like didn't have a lot. He's like, I don't have a lot, but I wanted to like, it's like when my mom dated this guy and he like knew I was in band and I wanted to play the sax and he bought me a sax, but it like, he definitely found it on the side of the freeway. Right. The reed was still wet. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, Howard, this is not the gesture you think it is. But so I open the drawer and there's like 1,000 movies in there. I mean, I was like, do you know I only have one dick, right? There was, black, Asian, dwarf.
Are these
Jew.
DVDs?
DVDs, yeah. No DVD player, by the way. So Now you're just, swear to God, like, I'm like, oh, I have to like go out and ask, like, hey, can you bring in a DVD player? And by the way, can it be like, past 2010 because the old models run a little bit slower.
And got this on Blu-ray?
And I'm a little uncomfortable, so I go. The guy walks by, he's like, is everything good? And by the way, no lotion either, just soap. And I say to the guy,
lotion?
Yeah.
Whoa,
so I say to the guy, yeah, I should say this
Wait a minute.
This was an Arco gas station, but it was. But
I was going to say, this place didn't.
It was a very legit place, by the way. Not going to put him on blast, but like supposed to be pretty great. And
Was the room a bathroom?
yeah,
I've done this
there was
before
two, and there
as
was two
well.
different rooms. There was a pee room and a cum room, and I had to pee, and she goes, "Do you mind doing?" I can't believe I forgot this detail. Do you mind doing your sample first? I go verbatim, and I feel like she made me say this. I go, I can't come around my pee.
Right.
Okay.
And now look, do I regret saying that to probably a 27-year-old gal who is in her 4th week there?
Right.
Yes. But you forced me to do this. It's
She
like when
wanted you to beat off and then pee.
hey, welcome back to no thanks.
Yeah.
And also impossible.
Yeah.
There's no way it was going to happen. The
Yeah.
pee was already
Chambered.
Yeah, it's like
It's locked and it's loaded.
it's like if Jordan's in midair and he's about to dunk. You think at the last second he's going to throw an alley-oop to John Paxton?
Well, he did do one of his
And
most
Paxton is
memorable
the-
moves where
is the
he
come in
was
that.
dunking and then sort of went with an alley-oop
All right, bad
scoop.
example.
No, it's good.
Do you
But
think
if you go
Fogel
back
is
and
gonna-
watch
yeah.
that, he could have just dunked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He could have.
Yeah, you're chambered.
I'm chambered, so I do one and do the other. But I go when I get a little uncomfy, I just immediately I'm in the bit boat. I'm trying to make jokes to make myself comfy, and so I say to the guy, I go a lot of movies, and then he goes, yeah, everything good, and I go DVD player would be cool. Soap, we've all used in when push comes to shove and shove comes to push, but it's
No
still-
lube
it's almost
and
2030.
no DVD player.
Yeah, and I'm like, my
By the
brain
way,
is clouded with.
That equals no tip.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. And by the way, and if you're tipping at a sperm bank,
Yeah.
you were raised right. But so I go a lot of movies. He goes, "Is everything good? You got it?" He goes, "Do you got enough?" And I go, "Do you got Air Bud?" Now, when you don't know someone's comedic sensibility and you make a joke, you just assume like, at least for me at this point, I'm like, I trust it. Like that felt like it was a joke. I would say 9 out of 10 times you say, do you have Air Bud, that the person's not going to assume you're into bestiality. Well, on this occasion, the guy goes, we do have, I don't know if we have stuff like that.
Like, we got Joanna, man.
Did you guys hear what I just said? I don't know if we have stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
then, which I go, ho, hey man, that was a joke. That's a
Right.
movie about a dog playing sports
Right.
that I don't get hard to. So
Yeah.
and then he goes, oh, okay, I don't. He goes, and then afterwards I was walking out, I go, I just have to say, I can't believe you thought that I wanted to jerk off to a dog. And he goes, a lot of people come in here asking for weird stuff. I go, look at
First
Dan,
off.
that sucks that you're even looking me in the eyes and thinking that was a possibility.
Hey, let me just say this about that. And you should have asked him if he had that Disney one about the mule that kicked field goals.
Do you have the one where Tony dances a garbage man?
You don't have Going Ape with Danny DeVito and maybe Tony
Yeah,
Danza?
I think so. I don't remember. I have to check my own.
Oh, what
Wikipedia.
about the one where, he played third base for the Angels or something, the chimp with Matthew, what's his
Matthew
name?
LeBlanc
From Friends.
What was
Yeah.
that? Mike? What was that?
That wasn't Going Ape.
Monkeying around.
All right, listen, I'll take anything from the Any Which Way But Loose trilogy
Yeah.
with Clyde.
Yeah.
All right.
Left turn.
The thing about that, like what you're asking for, like if you were legitimately going, I need Air Bud, you bring that yourself. That is drugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying is like if you got a heroin habit, it's a heroin habit, but you don't fly to Chicago and go find a TSA guy and goes, excuse me, I'm looking to pick up some heroin. That shit is in your sock or up your ass.
Right.
Like, you know it,
Yeah.
but it's a secret thing. If you actually beat off to Air Bud, A, you know they don't have it in the rack, and B, you don't want them to know that's what you're into.
No.
You have a still from the filming of Air Bud that's in your back pocket,
Just in
crumpled
case.
up, that
Yeah.
you pull out, but
Yeah.
you would never ask.
It's like the Terminator. Have
for
you
it.
seen this boy? You're like, do you know
Right.
this movie? And
Right.
can you not say to anybody? But I thought Air Bud was a jokey enough way to be it's not like he could have had that response if I was like, hey, do you have any sort of like dog on guy, horse on girl?
Ed, by the way, is the name of that movie with Matt LeBlanc and the weird chimp.
Not to be confused with Mr. Ed.
Mr. Ed. That's what I thought you were going with.
I know, that's Ed from Matt LeBlanc, and then there was Going Ape, and there is a Danny DeVito, Tony Danza. I want to ask you this. I got a lot of questions. I had to do this myself.
Yeah.
First things first. They'll put you in a room that is 5 feet off the receptionist desk where the two chicks are just gabbing away about fucking nothing. Mm-hmm. And it's like the place I went to used to have shag carpet. Now they got tile, but the door's been undercut 3 inches for to clear the shag. Mm-hmm. And there's just 3 inches of daylight through a hollow core door. And you just go in there and shut the door and you can hear every fucking word they're saying through the door. Like, you have to. There is a thing that all doctors and all facilities need to understand, which is this may be a Monday through Friday, no big deal, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week for you. For others, it's weird and it's sensitive. Yeah. And you like there are times, like I've had doctors, doctors go, yeah, just drop your pants and just say, you know how this goes. And I go, I don't know how it goes. Like, this hasn't happened. Like,
the first time.
This is your 8th one today. But for me, it's all new territory. And you should be sensitive to that.
Yes.
They should give you a room that has like padding, acoustic padding inside, and like double doored like a studio, like when you do VO work, like you open one door and then another door shuts and you can hear your own breath in there. And there could be a sonic boom outside. It wouldn't make it inside. And there's a big thick sweep on the door that just shuts, like hermetically sealed in there. So you can hear nothing from the outside world. Number one. Number two, you got to have lube. Number three, you got to have a DVD player if you're going to have DVDs.
Yeah.
But number four, and I don't know if you got into this, but I got into this, which is, okay, women are in charge of sussing all the stuff out with the clinic and the doctor and whatever. They go ahead and they go, I talked to the clinic, blah, blah, blah. And then you go, okay, so could I just rub one out in the sanctity of my own bathroom or bedroom, and then we'll deliver it?
Yeah.
They said if it's further than 20 minutes away, you can, and you go, well, it's not that far. It's in Encino, right? It's 23 minutes away. And it's like, okay, first off, I'm a professional race car driver. You fucking wait to see me drive. I'll fucking fire up Paul Newman's 935.
Amateur masturbator, pro race car
driver. And they're like, if it's further than 20, by the way, when they say if it's further than 20 minutes, they mean an hour.
Yes.
Because they do every doctor, every physician, every anything, like if you go, oh, look, here's the test. And here's what I say to people all the time. Anyone who has anything to do, like a procedure the next morning, the dentist, whatever, they're going to put you under, whatever that thing is, they'll go, no liquid or no food after midnight the night before.
Yeah.
We need you in the office by 7 a.m. We'll prep. We'll start the procedure at 8 a.m. You go, okay, so nothing after midnight. Fine. At some point 5 years later, you'll have some sort of procedure scheduled for 3 in the afternoon. They'll go, nothing after midnight the night. I go, oh, no, because that's nothing after midnight 8 in the morning and nothing after midnight 3 in the afternoon. That's a different... That's a lot more hours. According to my math, I should be able to eat at 6 a.m. And they just go, nothing, don't. And by the way, if you smoke 1 cigarette a year, you're a smoker. Yeah. If you drink 2 fucking light beers a month, you're a drinker. Yeah. And there's just no alcohol. No, it's like, it's just 1 beer after that. No. So they just how they work. And then they get with the women, and then the women just become verbatim what they say. So I lived like 27 minutes from the clinic, but 20 minutes is where the jizz would turn into a pumpkin.
And is that a Judy Blume book?
Yes. The squires would turn back into mice. And I was like, let me just rub it out. I'll do it in the fucking end. I'll do it in the driveway of the house. I'll do it in the car.
If you have to.
I'll do it in the fucking... I'll do it in the driver's seat of the car.
I know you
don't think I can't. I
don't.
I drove a pickup truck. I was on Mulholland and rubbed one off on the way to fucking construction at 7 a.m. in Malibu back in the day. Don't think I can't fucking get one off.
Yeah.
A fucking 5-speed too, not even an automatic. So I can think, no, you got to do it there. You got to do it there. And then you get there, and it's an extra thing because, look, they probably know who you are. They recognize, for me, this is 20 years ago. I'm right off the Man Show and MTV, and I'm in town, Loveline. I can walk in. They fucking know who you are. They're in the demo. They're right outside. I can hear them talking on the phone the whole time. But there's this thing, Adam and Rudy. Like, I want to know, what is the acceptable amount of time to be in there? Because
I thought you were going to say how much jizz you put in the cup and hand back. Sorry, I went over. You got another one? I put it in the pea cup.
Well, you do that.
Come in the pea cup. But.
You do that move they do with the butter knife on Oktoberfest, where you just scoop that. You do the head. We just do that. We do that move.
There's got to be somebody, and I'll let you get back to your question. But there's got to be somebody in the history of the banks that has filled up more than they're allotted. Like, they've just given back too much. And I just want to be a fly on the wall to see the guy or gal's face when they come in and just go, here you go. And the guy's like working on something else. He goes, thanks, man. Oh, my God, dude. That's how many guys did this? It was just me, man. I stocked up for today.
It's been a while.
So the question is if you could go in there and just rub one out in 45 seconds, it seems weird to rush back out. Mm-hmm. Like, I kind of remember anyone's a really shit student who gets like a test administered to them and has no intention they're not going to pass or whatever, does a thing where they sort of pretend to read and then pretend to think, and then at some point you just look over at the Asian kid's desk next year and go, what did they take? All right. Yes. But you go, I can't just write something down. I gotta look like I'm going through the motion. Yes. If you're in there for an hour, it's weird and embarrassing. But if you're in there for 30 seconds, it's like, what is that time? Is it?
Yeah, great question. I think
one REO Speedwagon song, one ballad, like just one slower REO Speedwagon song.
Maybe like the radio version of Tupac's Changes.
I think 4.5 minute song.
Yeah.
I think I was...
Because if it's 40 seconds, that's weird.
Maybe Daughters from John Mayer live, but
live,
5 years into playing it, so it was like not too...
He found moments.
Yeah. I think I was probably... Once I realized... once I had gone out once to ask for a DVD player, then I came back, then went back out and asked for lotion... I had reached
I can't believe.
Believe it.
They would make you do that.
Believe it. And just walk. You already feel the waiting room is one door away. My wife is right outside there. At one point, I was just like, "Do you just want to come in and help me out here?"
Yeah.
And so we're. So I didn't want to go back out and be like, do you have what's the Wi-Fi password? Do you if I, you already asked me to the P-cum thing. There was just a lot going on. Mm-hmm. So I had to get my bearings and like just drown out the noise. There was like a little bit of a discrepancy happening right outside the door between a couple of employees. So that starts to get into my head. It reminded me of when I used to live on La Brea and Waring across from Pink's. And there was a homeless guy that always lived in my bushes. And literally let's say if you looked, and let's say Dawson was me, and that was my window facing Waring. And let's say I'm the homeless guy in the bushes, right outside directly. And every other day he'd be like, you don't even know what time it is, do you?
Right.
Do you? And I'm like, maybe he's practicing a monologue. Everyone's an actor out here. And he would always scream, and more often than not, it would be around the time when I was, having some me time.
Right.
And it got to a point to where, like, I was like, well, now I need this guy's screaming to be a part. I'm conditioned to, I can't finish unless this guy's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Right.
So I'd see him in the bushes, get my pants down, put on some Phil Collins, light a candle. I'd be like, get a job, you piece of shit. He was like, fuck you. I was like, here we go. So I didn't want that to be the case with the people fighting. So I waited for them to like calm down because they were like talking too loud. Finally got to like where it was quiet. Then it was too quiet to where I was like, are they listening outside the door and waiting for me? Are they like, why didn't he pick a movie yet? you know, and then by that time I just came out of
Do they not
being
let you
scared.
take your phone in there? Like,
No,
why
I had
can't
my
you-
phone,
Oh,
and that's what
okay.
I ended up using.
Yeah.
Well, what about
Just pulled up Adam's old headshots.
what about the backjacker guys? Like, how are they supposed
those
to
guys?
capture?
What?
Well, you're looking at one of them sort of.
Backjacker.
Well,
Use the back of your hand? It's weird.
no, it is the guys who lay down and have to kind of point their toes and kind of plank out like a reverse plank, you know? Like when I started my illustrious career in beating off, I had to lay it out. I couldn't stand up, rub one out in the shower guy.
It's
I
not
was
ideal.
a back guy.
No, standing up is not ideal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying if you would have got hold of me when I was 16 and said you gotta do a sample, I'm like, well, we're gonna have to figure this out because I can't do it standing up.
Sure.
Later on, you kind of work it out.
Yeah.
Now I could do it being chased by a bear.
Yeah.
Down a trail at night.
And that's
Feels
what
good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To know that you really have.
Now I
mean,
can do
Steve-O's
it.
falling out of planes doing
I could do it
Yeah.
at the free throw stripe with the guys banging thunder sticks together and waving.
Did you hear that, Clippers? You have new
Yeah.
in-game entertainment.
I think I could get one off. But like when I was like in high school, I needed space and room.
Yes.
I had to do a little toe point and lock out
Temperature
the
had to be
die,
right.
check the barometric pressure and the humidity,
Yeah.
check the wind sock,
Yeah.
check the crust sock,
Yeah.
check the hamper sock,
Yeah.
check all the socks.
The white
you know?
socks,
The
all of
white
them.
socks. So the stand-up move is, again, I don't know that 100% of males can do the stand by the sink
No.
move. Look, there are many dudes who can't take a piss at a urinal if someone else is in the building.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Oh.
there's a lot of shy bladder guys.
Yeah.
It stands to reason that 10 or 15% of dudes can't just say to a dude, like, here's a Dixie Riddle cup. There's a room with a hollow corridor. Your family's just going to be waiting in the reception room over
Yeah.
here. So just go toss one off at 10:45 in the morning
Yeah.
right over there. It's like, I don't know that everyone could pull that off. You're a performer. Obviously, you're a professional. You love the sound of the crowd.
The chair also wasn't ideal, you know, and you just reminded me about that too, because I think that's
Oh,
why
they had a chair.
I went back and forth between standing and sitting because I was just like, the chair was this weird oval to where like my base was wide, and I'm like, I never sit like I'm a fucking catcher, a backup catcher in a league of their own. I just was like, my legs were so, I was like, so then I stood up. And then by the time I stood up, then I was like, fuck, now it's probably been like 5 or 6
Were
minutes.
you in that position that the catcher's in for the ceremonial throwing out of the first pitch?
Right.
Not a full squat,
Yeah,
one
but
knee
not just
down.
stand. They're just kind of
Kinda
in a
bend
sort
down.
of prone
Yeah.
kind of position.
I was in triple threat as
W.
a high
Bush
school
is going to
basketball
throw
coach,
it out. I'm
yeah.
not going to be down on the ground, but I'm
Yeah.
not going to be standing there like that move.
Yes.
That move.
It's just such a normal thing, I think, that guys and gals that work at these places, they're just like, yeah, like you're a dude, go in there, you know what to do. Like, don't glorify or glamorize this, because as much
Yeah.
as we want to and be like part
So
of me
how
was
much
like, this
time?
is the beginning of a baby.
Spending there?
From start to finish, after I left to ask for more ingredients
I
and
wouldn't have.
a
I would have
working
been
DVD
too shy to
player.
ask for the DVD player.
I think I was already there, and it was already after she already asked me to come around my pee. The floodgates
Right.
were open as far as where this relationship was headed. Yeah, the verbiage might have been a little different, but yeah, probably from start to finish. I don't know, 8-9 minutes.
Me and Jimmy did a man show bit where we had a competition,
That's great.
and we were in a facility, and we essentially tied.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I beat him by like 8 seconds.
Were you talking through the wall, Love is Blind style?
Yeah, there was a hallway, and I basically won, but it's only because he took the time to pull his pants back up.
Can't do that.
Before he came out in
Can't
the
do that.
hall,
Rookie
and I was
mistake.
like, yeah. I'm shaving tenths like
Yeah.
like an F1 driver, every tenth,
my God.
So it was literally like tied. Wow. But here's another thing. As I recall, when I was doing the in vitro stuff, the deal was once you got the call, you got the call. Like somebody was ovulating and it's go time. It wasn't like we're going to test your sperm. It's like, we got to go. When you get the call, you got to go now. And if you don't go now, they charge you for it. And I was working on a script once, and I thought of this. I thought of this bit. Maybe we can workshop it here. But I thought of this bit where it was the same thing. It's like the guy wanted to do it at home, but he couldn't do it at home because home was 30 minutes away, and the clinic was across town, so he couldn't do it. He'd never been to the clinic, whatever. Then he figured out that one of his buddies actually lived like 4 minutes from the clinic, but he didn't want to tell his buddy, but he knew his buddy was at work. Right. And he knew the key was under the mat kind of thing. So he just let himself into his buddy's place because that was close to where the place was. But of course, his wife came home from work and interrupted the session, wanted to know what the fuck he was doing, sweaty, like standing in the bathroom of this guy's house at noon. So he said, fine, I'll go to the facility. I don't even know where it is. It's in some strip mall. He pulls into the strip mall and realizes where the fertility clinic was the old hardware store his dad used to take him when he was a kid.
Oh, God.
And his dad's passed away.
Oh.
And he pictured, like, he'd walk in there and he'd picture, like, old man Drucker behind the counter going,
sure,
boy, you're getting so tall. One day you're going to be, and he, on his dad's shoulders, as they walked through there and looked at all the tools. And he's like, I'm not going to desecrate the memory of my dad with this.
You shouldn't.
And his wife was like, we're on the clock. It's going to cost like, $3,500 if you don't produce something like now. He like ran out in the mini mall and was like, went to like the Chinese food place, was like, can I use the bathroom? And they're like, no. And he was like, he's like panicked and looking all point. And then at some point he came back into the place with the visions of his dad and old man Drucker and like can't get it out of his head. And his wife's like screaming, just go into the bathroom, just do it. Yeah. Just do it, just take care of business. And he's in there and he's trying to picture, women and sexy and stuff, but he keeps getting back to like old man Drucker's face floating around in there. And then at some point, he focuses. He's like on his dad's shoulders, and old man Drucker's there, and he can't think. And then he sees like a hypoid saw up on the wall, like all brand new, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah," and he ends up beating off to a tool, essentially, and scene. Yeah. But that was kind of it. But I realized that could happen because the fertility clinic is new. Like, that's a newer thing, and the hardware store is like that's the older part of this guy's childhood. But did you have the option? You didn't have the option of rubbing it out at home.
No.
Too far away?
Had to be there, yeah. They had to, what do they, not to use their words, they had to taste it, or,
Is everything, by the way, here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
I got hand surgery Does everything have to be maximum discomfort, and is it all driven by women? Because like I got hand surgery a million years ago. And when you get hand surgery, they lay you out on a table and they put one of those 1x6 6-foot sandwich boards, the big 6-foot sub boards. You had to return for deposit back in the day. It's like a fucking 5-foot piece of siding, but you had to return it, Yeah. And they splay you out and they put your arms out like you're like Jesus on the cross, and they strap your arm down because they don't want you. They're not going to do it by your side. They do it out, and they don't want you flailing when you're under. So they give you the fucking gown that ties in the back. Yeah. But when you get up, you have a club cast on your hand. You can't tie. Your ass is hanging. Yeah. I'm wearing a pair of fucking midways. I go, give me the underpants. I go, why don't you just let me keep the underpants on and
what's the difference?
Strap me out. They go, we need your underpants. I'm like, Does everything have to be maximum discomfort?
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna give me this fucking gown.
There's one perv
I'm gonna
with
be
an eBay.
I'm gonna be drugged up. There's gonna be that move where the 3 nurses come in. They go, "We got to get you out of the bed." I'm gonna be all groggy with the thing on my hand, and you know my fucking ass and back sack's just gonna be hanging out all over the place. Can I keep my underpants? You're working on my hand. I don't know what could get further away from my asshole right now. My hand. And they go, I swear to God, they go. I go, what would be the harm in just letting me keep my underpants on? And they go, well, your underpants have elastic in the band, and there could be like an electrical surge, and the underpants could catch on fire. And I go, why don't you give me a waiver to sign that says there'll be no court? I will. I'm willing to roll. I'm willing to roll the dice in my underpants. Yes. And by the way, if that happens, that's God's will. I'm not even there to argue with that. You know, I will sign a waiver that says I will not sue if my underpants go up in flames.
Rub a balloon
in the
on
middle of this.
Oh, in my old apartment complex in Laurel, Hollywood, it was like Melrose Place, a pool in the middle of like apartments all the way around. And I bought these Target pool chairs when my buddies from Seattle came down. We're drinking beer. We're in the pool. There's a sign up that said no lifeguard, no diarrhea, right? Both those should be fucking assumed. Right. And the landlord comes out and goes, Adam, can you please get out the pool toys out of the... she was Russian. She goes, get the pool toys out. And I go, Roxanne, we're fine. We're grown men. She's like, there's no lifeguard. I go, yeah, there's also no diarrhea, but you know, it's one of those is going to happen. And she's like, well, you have to get out. What if you fall off and drown? This was her logic. Off the pool toys, we can't have a lawsuit. I go, Roxana, if I drown in this pool from falling off a Target floaty pool chair, that's how I was supposed to go.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes you just got to go, that was my story. So if your pants burn up and you got a fucked up hand, and the hand you had it worked on from what? From too much
beating off.
Yeah.
Too much Glenn.
Follow-up question. You know how there's always the old urban legend of like thinking of your like grandma naked to get rid of like to suppress poll in the audience. Has anyone ever used that? And if not, what was your move to, like, you know, you're in class, you may be on a date, wherever you are.
Kill the boner?
Kill the boner.
I had a very distinct kill the boner moment in a doctor's office.
Because some people don't want to use the grandma thing, I've heard, because they're like, well, what if I fucking, that doesn't work, and now I'm coming to that.
Well, I was getting a physical. I'd get a physical once a year to play football, and I think it was in high school. And high school, they don't really know what they're doing, because what happens is the nurse comes in and goes, all right, get down to your underwear. I'm going to go get the doctor. But that could be 20 minutes of you sitting in your underwear.
Yeah.
And when you're in high school, you can't spend that much time in your underwear without getting a boner, because you're just sitting there. And I'm sitting in the doctor's office. You go, I'll go get your underwear. I'll go get doctor. And they just walk out. And after 10 minutes, I realized, oh shit, I'm getting a boner. And then I realized, what am I going to do with this boner? Because this guy's going to walk through the door any second. He's going to tell me to pull my underpants down. He's going to do the hernia thing, you know. And I'm going to have a boner, and it's going to be super weird. So I started thinking about Adam's grandma, but she's hot. And I was like, wrong grandma.
Yep.
I know Adam's a little confused. And I thought of Rudy's grandma, who was young at the time and in her prime.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't work. I still had the boner. And then I had this thought. I thought to myself, when is the last time you ever had a boner working out? And the answer is never. And I just dropped down and started doing push-ups.
Whoa.
And at first it hurt because my boner kept stabbing the tile. But I was like, I'm going to kill my boner, and I'm going to get a nice pump going if a guy comes in. You know, I'm in my underpants. It's like, oh, someone's been working out. So I just got down and started doing push-ups. And also, I thought, like, what's the worst case scenario? I was playing high school football. Like, if the guy walked in, I'm doing push-ups. He's a doctor. Hey, good for you. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't get accused. And I just have never worked out and had a boner. And so it worked.
Yeah.
for you.
Speaking of boners in public, though, I was leaving my Minnesota for like 6 months. I wasn't going to see my girlfriend, and we went out to coffee that morning, and we're in the parking lot of Caribou, and I give her a hug, and I give her a kiss, and we sit there for 5-10 minutes. We're just chatting. I got my arms around her, and I'm wearing like my workout pants, like my, the kind of MC Hammer, kind of got that real thin fabric. And I give her a kiss, and I'm like, well, I'll see you in a few months. And then I turn around, I start walking towards my car, and I see a kid in a van, and he's looking at me, and he's laughing hysterically. And I don't understand. I'm looking at him like, what is going on? And then I look down, and sure as shit, I have like 3/4 boner sticking through my pants.
Wait.
And I realize, oh shit, I totally.
How did you not know? And how did this kid see it from what distance? Did he have binocular? Why was this?
So he was
How
on
did
the
you?
other- he
You
was
didn't know
probably-
you had a boner, but you clocked this kid staring at your boner.
I didn't realize that my shirt was. I had a longer sweatshirt on, and I
Right.
thought the shirt was covering the boner.
Gotcha.
Not covering the boner. It was pulled up over the boner, and it was
Yikes.
sticking out as this. And he was like 19, 20. I'm like, at least he wasn't a child.
yeah.
He knows
Yeah.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little bit of
Time they knew.
Yeah.
It is. Well, that's good to know that, like, a gust of wind, a little side hug, and a smooch.
Yeah, you
just
know what?
is
Yeah,
enough
at-
for you to get it going.
At 45 years old, I feel
Yeah.
like, dude, that she's still, the flag is still at half mast
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Feels good.
All right. So Rudy's got news.
Go for it.
Now I got a boner,
Yeah.
so I got to do some push-ups. I think about Adam's grandma while I do some push-ups.
Please, thank
All right,
you.
Sylvia. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and do the news with Adam and Rudy right after this.
It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Ace man, 2 kids, 0 umbilical cords cut. Let the doctors do it. Get it on.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah. Another thing, chicks trying to make you uncomfortable. My kids were born.
Yeah.
You got to cut the umbilical cord. I don't want to. You got to do it. It's like it's chicks. Just you've got. It's like I don't want to beat off. I don't want to cut the umbilical cord. It's like I don't want to do all this shit. And it's like it's important. I don't know why, but maybe.
Yeah. That's why he asked me to cut his kid's umbilical cord. That was very nice of him.
Yeah.
God. All right. What do you got, Rudy?
All right. So, more gay people are speaking out against the gender ideology of trans and queer activists. More than 36 in-depth interviews with gay men, lesbian women, bisexuals, and transgender people, along with surveys and several new books, reveal a complicated relationship between the LGB and TQ plus components of what advocacy organizations and the Democratic Party refer to as LGBTQ people.
Can we? Was this ever going to work where you take like 8 separate groups and just put them all in one hamper and go that I represent all you? Because it always seemed weird that, well, this group's gay and this group's lesbian and this group is trans and this group is bi-curious or something. But why would they all be together? And why, like if I just went, look, I represent football. All right. So what I do is I take the Raiders fans and the Seahawks fans and the Rams fans and the Cardinals fans. I just put them together. And then I represent, it's like, they don't all want each other to win.
Right.
They have different teams. They have different jerseys. They're only one's going to make the Super Bowl this year. Why do you think this is going to work that I can lump, even that way with like black and brown? Like, listen, I don't know if you've done the black and brown math, but I've done the prison black and brown math. They don't seem to want to hang out together that often. So, I mean, you're probably better off lumping white people and brown people together than black and brown. They pretty much stab each other in prison. So I don't think they're the best of buddies. So why is it you represent? Also, it's always like the same white chick who represents the black and brown community and the LGBT. So, hey, heterosexual white bitch, you with the red hair, you represent the black and the brown and then 5 different sexualities that you're not?
Yeah.
That's presumptuous.
Yeah. Adam?
Yeah, I don't know. What this happened yesterday? What this news dropped when? Is this
So this was
a big pressing issue?
Yeah, they have the Wall Street Journal put this out because there's a new book that's going to be coming out along with it. One of the things that I find very interesting is, especially coming from Minnesota where I live with a lot of feminists, is how many feminists are very anti dudes turning into women. And I'm like, you should be. If you're a feminist, this is what you should be rallying against. You should be rallying against dudes taking over what used to be your domain.
Right.
Yeah. And Minnesota's so weird and woke.
It's very woke.
I say that all the time, but
Yeah.
it's weird. I don't know how that works.
Pockets of it, yeah. You've got like every place. You've got
like
your,
every place. Yeah, it's basically within the city. 494, 694. You're inside that loop. It is wildly different than if you go to Brainerd, Minnesota. The mindset is completely different.
Yeah, I know. It's just such a random place to get so woke, sort of all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Well,
it rallies against everything that people that aren't inside of the city are. They just want to go completely opposite.
Oh, so there's rebelling.
It's rebelling, absolutely. Yeah.
I guess most of it is just rebelling. I would assume. Yeah, it's whatever would piss off their dad the most.
Are there parts of Mall of America that you would consider like liberal, conservative? Like, are there parts of the mall where you're like, well, it's like isn't there's a wave pool, right?
So the west side of the mall,
Yeah.
which is the side where the light rail comes in, where there's public transportation.
Yeah.
That side still has the carpeting from when they opened that place in 1994. The east side of the mall, where all the high-end shops are, brand new tile, everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you ever take a walk through there again, take a look, and you'll see that there is definitely a separation. They keep most of the low-end stores on the west side of the mall, and the east side is like, that's Beverly Hills.
Yeah. Like I would wonder, like if Biden and Trump walk in, like where are they going first?
Probably to the can, I imagine first.
Is there
That's
a
where Biden's
Bass
going first.
Is there a Bass Pro Shop? Because that's Trump territory.
I think there's an Eddie Bauer that's there. That's probably the closest thing to a Bass Pro Shop.
Eddie Bauer.
I once cummed around my pee in a Bass Pro Shop. Cummed around my pee. They didn't ask me to. I just did it. It was a fan. It was a Hunter Biden fan convention.
The cummed around your pee is like a police escort out of a stadium, where they like hold up all the traffic and a guy in a motorcycle cop like just waving you ahead.
Yeah,
come on, cum. Yeah. Here we go. We've closed off the interstate.
Hold on, pee.
Now, this was a woman who asked you that, right? To take a pee before you came? Yeah, because any guy would know, hey, man, if you come and then you pee, you're going to constantly feel like you have pee inside of your penis for the next 2 hours.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. As it's been said many times.
Yeah, it's my high school yearbook quote.
Yeah, Adam, obviously your wildest dreams came true. Zoran Mamdani stuns New York City as voters hand power to the Democrats' left-wing flank.
Yeah, he's it'll be an interesting experiment over there. But we have a clip. There's two clips. There's a couple clips. But first, he does his thing where he yells out all the different races. It's I don't know if they really notice this, but you got to throw a couple engineers in there and scientists and lawyers and doctors. You can't just go, who's going to clean your toilets? Who's going to pull the dingleberries out of your grandpa's ass? Huh? Who's in charge of grandpa's dingleberries? Who's going to clean up the dog shit from your front lawn? Huh? Who's going to do? Who's going to scrape the weatherproofing out from underneath your car when it needs to be redone? Huh? Who's going to go into the grave and exhume the cadavers so we can do testing on them? Who's going to clean that?
And the whole time they're playing that song underneath the Modelo commercial.
Yeah.
Da, da,
Who's going to catheterize your Nana? Who's going to clean her bedpan? Who's going to mop the floor? Who's going to be in charge of cleaning the parking lot out front of the hospital? Like, make one of them a lawyer, would you?
Do you think there's more pressure to give the post victory speech than there is with all the campaigning prior? Like that's because that's so much more celebrated.
Yeah.
That, like, because everyone's like, watch, like, just him doing all that, like, is probably, more scrutinized than anything he said prior to that.
I don't know. I don't like breaking everyone into groups. It's a weird thing because what you do is you go, I'm going to. It's a strange thing. So back to my football analogy. You go, this for the Seahawks fans. And this for the Green Bay Packers fans. I'm pointing at you, and then I'm Dawson. It's for the Chargers fans, and then Philadelphia Eagle. And then there's me, and I work for all fans. Yeah. And it's like, okay, why do you have to break everyone off into groups and then announce you work for all football fans? How about you just announce I'll work for all football fans?
Sure.
Because Once you start breaking off people into groups, no, they don't really get along. They don't want the other group to excel. As a Seahawks fan, I'm a Rams fan. You don't want the Rams to excel. You don't. You want the Seahawks to excel. So stop breaking everyone off into fucking groups. But there's a bigger problem with this douche, which is my other clip, which is I was explaining there's a problem. Somebody wrote an article about it. We'll get into it one day, but it's called gynofascism, which is we decided it'd be a good idea if ladies ran everything, and it turns out they're fucking things up because they have a different brain than we have, and when they get in charge, they tend to not be good as a group at running things. There needs to be a little more testosterone mix in there, but the dudes who are progressive dudes surround themselves with women. So all the deep leg crossers, which are the progressive dudes, surround themselves with women. And so what you end up with is like Los Angeles, it's run by chicks, and that's why it's run into the fucking ground. And it's not that chicks are bad, it's that they think differently than dudes, and we need a balance. Just like your home needs a balance. Sure. It needs the dude doing what the dude does, and the chick does it, and then you have a balance, and then it works. But the progressive dudes go all chicks because they're progressive, and then they end up fucking up the city. So we get a dude who is basically a chick, and he announced his cabinet. And I want you to listen to the names of the 5 people he named for his cabinet. By the way, he stands on the podium surrounded by 4 women. But here we go. Periods sync up, and then we're fucked. Listen.
I mean, how much of it is him being progressive, and how much?
It's him being progressive.
So there's no actual, like, these are talented.
And you said, I got to get a legal team together. And I said, you'd go, all right, I want the best legal team I can get. Yeah. And I'd go, yeah, okay, but they all got to be women. Then you'd go, I want the best legal team I can get. Yeah. And you'd go, yeah, but it's got to be all women. Yeah. You might not end up with the best.
Yeah.
You probably end up with the best if it was just kind of a couple of dudes, couple of chicks, or whatever it was. Once you announce that, but they also think differently, but they think like him because he's a pussy, and they think like pussies. And then you end up with fairness and equity and a place at the table, and you end up with Dumbo chick think, and that's what he's there to do. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't want dude think. He doesn't want Pete Hegseth in there. He wants chicks who think like him, and he also is presenting because he's saying, look how progressive I am. I'm going to walk out here with... He's basically getting up there and putting 5 chicks behind him.
Right.
And thinking nobody's going to say anything because it's all women. Mm-hmm. But I argue that's how we got into this trouble. This gynofascism is a big issue. Just mark my words. Everyone hates me. I get it. They think I'm a dick. They think I'm misogynist. We will ruin our society with this. We are ruining our society with this. It will keep going, and you will see, and then people will never apologize to me.
I mean, I am definitely in favor of more balance, just having, more, just having all of the same like-minded way of thinking is probably not the best. Well, having a few dudes in there to also talk to him like a dude, and not, that's just how it is in life and society, right? Like, yeah, break it up, but also, unless they all communicate like, swiftly like that, but it'd be, yeah.
We've entered the Robert Palmer guitar girl addicted to love phase, where he stands there with the 5 chicks behind him. I got 3 of the guitar girls. Or 2, like multiple. You know what I mean?
Same time or different times?
Just different, just spread out over the course of the later 80s. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where you go, I got the one guitar girl, I got the one Robert Palmer bass player. I got her. We were at a party, we were at one of those Hollywood parties. Yeah. It was at Don Johnson's, back, Miami Vice. We were at Johnson's party.
Sure.
And I got the one. And then 7 months later, I was hanging with Charlie Sheen, and we went to a thing. And anyway, the keyboard chick was there and fucking hooked up.
Yeah.
Like, is there someone?
Everybody fucked that girl that night.
Is there
Oh,
somebody?
dude, everybody got the keyboard girl, dude. Oh, it's
Is
crazy.
there anyone who got more than one guitar girl? I mean, look, they're models.
Darius Rucker?
Yeah.
Well, probably Charlie Sheen, if you think about it.
This is
Probably was him.
I'm thinking about it now. I'm coming on my pee.
This is, like I said, the best time ever. It is pre-AIDS, mid-Coke as a society.
You found your next special title.
Yeah.
Pre-AIDS, mid-Coke, party is fucking on.
Yeah.
First off,
Pre-AIDS.
Coke wasn't even considered bad for you. Wow. It was considered like kind of good for you.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, need a bump because we're going out tonight. Like we
Wow.
need to have a
It
fucking.
was the original Red Bull.
Yeah, it was Red Bull. It was Red Bull. It's just
Wow.
the same judgment. Like, yeah, take a bump. We're fucking going out
Not too
partying
much of
tonight.
that. It'll fuck you up. It was
Yeah,
like that?
original Red Bull.
Wow.
Coke and vodka.
Yeah, I smell
and
both.
it's just shot. And then there are no AIDS. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
So somebody had to get the guitar girls.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking, is it that easy for just any gal on the street back during that time in like the mid 80s? Could she just say, you might not recognize me. I was actually one of the gals from the Robert Palmer video, because all them gals were dressed up. They had the hair slicked back.
Oh, yeah.
They're not wearing the tight black dress anywhere. Couldn't you just go out and say you were in that video and people be like, oh shit.
Yeah, you just had to be not fat.
Yeah.
Tight dress. Okay. There's two dudes you're talking to at a party.
Sure.
Right? And one dude you talk to, turns out, got two guitar girls. Okay, not once, not once, spread out over several months. But he got two guitar girls, right? That's one dude.
Rhythm section.
Yeah. The other dude got one guitar girl, but one Bananarama. Oh. Where we at?
Dude.
What kind of respect level? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
He was
that's
going-
pretty good. But the two, I mean, getting two from Robert Palmer's band is, or the one Bananarama. There's
Yeah.
only three of them.
Yeah, well, you're probably shooting your shot for somebody from the Bangles, but that didn't pan out. So then you went Bananarama. It was a cruel summer.
Well, the Bangles had some possible downside because not all the Bangles.
I'd love to hear where this is going, because I don't think there's any downside to the Bangles.
They weren't all lookers. You see, the guitar
Can we
girls,
pull up the
that's
Bangles?
5 for 5, and Bananarama's 3 for 3.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, you could take all the guitar girls and Bananarama and put them into a tumbler, and I'd just go, I don't know, whatever two come out. You know, like I'm playing bingo with my balls, right?
Yeah.
Like there's no better, no worse. This is, you can't go all of Bangles,
Yeah. Okay.
but you can go all of Bananarama.
Yeah.
And you can go all guitar girls.
Okay.
But the question remains, you only got one dude you can hang out with at the party. Is it two guitar girls, or is it a Bananarama and a guitar
I
girl?
think you go with the guy who got the gal from Bananarama and one of the guitar girls. Yeah. That guy's got stories. He's a well-versed man.
Yeah, there's the
Okay.
girl with the butterfly tattoo, but there's the guy with the, Kanye hugging a swastika tattoo. Who are you going to talk to?
Right. But with the
Bananarama.
guitar girl, you do have the ancillary story of the one finding out about the other at some point, and some sparks flying on the
yeah.
next video
The next
shoot,
Robert
right?
Palmer video, yeah.
Right.
Now you got to
They're-
keep in mind too that when Addicted to Love came out, he had the 4 whatever guitar girls, but then when he followed it up with Simply Irresistible, he threw like 30, 40 models in that thing, all doing the same thing.
Wow.
So if you go with the guy who does the guitar girl thing, you can kind of include those, and then you say the guy knows how to play the odds.
Well, I'm
like
going to
that
be
guy.
more specific and just go Addicted to Love,
Okay.
but not the
Not Simply Irresistible.
Not Simply Irresistible. Both horrible, shitty songs. Horrible, horrible Robert Palmer songs. Rest in peace. But horrible songs. So, yeah, I'm going to keep it to the original 5 guitar girls.
Speaking of ladies, man, do you know Lou Bega got Me Too'd?
What?
Gotcha. You guys are on my new prank show called Fuck You, Adam and Rudy. We got you there. We got you there. We got you there. But if there was a guy to get called out,
Yeah.
a little bit of Erica, a little bit of
Monica.
Monica,
He had them all out, he had them all
just
out there.
put himself on blast. Mm-hmm. Wears his heart on his sleeve.
God. I remember interviewing Lou Bega.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh,
that
yeah.
might be the coolest thing you've told me.
Yeah. Loveline, MTV.
Oh my God, the height of Bega.
Lou Bega, 1997 and a half or something. I remember, I was no David Frost, I was like right off the construction site. So I didn't really have my interviewing chops, but I would try to. I knew at the time the song sucked badly. Like I knew it sucked.
Because of how popular it was?
Yeah, because how popular it was. And I also knew he had no follow-up to this. This was going to be it for Lou Bega. I knew there was nothing else. And I was attempting to do an interview and sort of started to be tactful when I said, like, you saving your money? You know what I mean? Or like, you getting any vocational training? Or like, God. I was trying to kind of say, like,
a plan B.
Don't. Are you
interested in law?
It can be a tricky business, And Lou just sort of looked at me with his penciled-in mustache and his bowler on, and he just looked at me and he just went, "This is just the beginning." And I was like, "Well, hang on to that money, And he's like, "This a launching pad, like it's from here up, from here." And I remember kind of going, I don't think it is, and based on your talent, just having a really shitty song. And he just gave me a look like, what are you talking about? Because it's going to be, this is the beginning of Lou Bega mania. And your grandparents and grandchildren will know about Lou Bega years from now. And I was like, I just remember thinking, oh man, this is trouble.
Yeah. Holy shit. What a place to be where you're that self-assured. But I guess, when your song is being played in every KFC and every brothel and every Best Buy, it's just it was the anthem for the 90s.
Yeah.
I think for maybe most of the year, it was like NBA and NBC was playing it for commercial breaks.
What year was I'm just saying 97 and a half, maybe 98.
I'm going to say it was before 2000 for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's probably 98, I think.
Yeah.
It's freshman year of high school for me, and that was Titanic and Lou Bega were holding court.
What if modern day Lou Bega travels back in time to 1997 Lou Bega and tells him, hey, 35 years from now, you're going to be doing a Credit Karma commercial. Hang on to a couple of bucks. And he's
don't
like,
buy that helicopter.
Fuck you were talking about.
Fuck you, Rudy.
Mambo number
single. Did he have follow-ups?
No. He had one song that came out after that. I'm spacing on the name, but it went nowhere.
It's like, I love me some Gin Blossoms, but I think of Hey Jealousy and Follow You Down, and that's about all I got.
That's it, yeah.
So
Blind Melon.
They fall, No Rain, and what else? No hits, but
The idea that the song was called Mambo Number 5 kind of implies that there was a Mambo 1 through 4.
Totally.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now that's
Maybe
what I call Mambo.
That's box set material.
And that's like starting with the when the show comes out and it's like, here's the ending and now we're going to go back and show you the rest. So he should have, if he was playing his cards right, comes out with Mambo Number 5, crushes it, and he's like, dude, you think there was a lot of girls in that video? 2 and 3.
Dude, you got to hear Mambo 3. Bro.
Mambo 3 is it's the cast of Two Girls, One Cup. It's all the Robert Plant girls. It's the girl who told Adam Ray to come around his pee. It's everybody.
Come around your pee.
Maybe, but I don't know. Where is he now? Is he dead?
No, he's around. He's still alive,
Yeah.
Let's get
Mambo
him back in here for a
5.
follow-up.
There was 5 guitar girls with Robert Palmer's band, by the way. It's a lot of fives going on.
Yeah, $5 foot long.
Yeah. What?
It always comes back to Fogel.
Yeah, doesn't it?
That's what he says when he gets out of prison. By the way, he comes up on people that are talking about sandwiches, and he goes, "You guys talking about Subway?" They go, "No, we're actually just talking about the sandwich eating." It always comes back to Fogel. They go, "That's not going to catch on, man." Yeah.
What do we do with? What's Fogel do? I mean, do we try to book him on the pod?
Yes, but I also think you have to. And then I also think if you're him, I don't think you. There's a part of him that goes, I did my time, I paid my dues. I should be able just to walk right back into a Walmart and not be judged for my actions. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think unless he grows a goatee, you got to grow maybe wear a wig, maybe dress like Johnny Depp, do something to. I wouldn't assimilate as quickly as you think you can.
Does he start doing stand-up?
Oh my God.
And will you mentor him?
Oh, which question do I have to answer first?
I want to know if you'll mentor.
Can I sleep on it? Wow.
Doing
Let's get him on
stand-up.
Kill Tony, and I think let the gods do their
Yeah,
work.
and I'm seeing like him hosting the 2031 AVN Awards or something, right? Like
Without
somebody,
question. 2031, 2029. I think
Yeah.
the year he's out.
Day he gets out.
right?
That's the AVN's play.
And does some like edgy company like Liquid Death reach out to him and go,
maybe not
"This
Liquid
is-
Death, but maybe Surge comes back. Or
Yeah.
OK Soda. Crystal Clear Pepsi. Where's my Crystal Clear Pepsi?
Jolt
can?
comes
Yeah,
out,
dude. Somebody that wants to make a big swing.
or Four Loco,
Or
or
Loco.
Shasta.
Shasta.
comes
25
back.
cents.
RC Cola.
Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somebody that's just been waiting in the wings who's like, we don't have a lot of budget for a spokesman, but we're looking to, and you meet in the middle. It's almost like, when you get on SNL, right? Like there's not a lot of money up front, but they go, well, a lot of people would kill for this opportunity. So I think Serge goes to Fogel and goes, look, dude, we could really turn the world upside down right now.
Hey, you and Jolt.
Pay you in jolts. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in a world where everybody, okay, you come out with an advertising campaign and everyone starts talking about it, and there's no real bad publicity anymore because everyone's outraged or it's out there. It's like for 4 days, everyone would be talking about Shasta Cola.
yeah.
It just would
Yeah.
be, right? Like I don't know.
The other way it would work too is if Jared gained all the weight back and then he legally changed his name to Fat Jared. They say, hey, it's Fat Jared for Shasta Cola.
Yeah, you could sing for No Effects. Yeah.
Yeah, my feeling, I've always said for a million years, he should just be the spokesperson for Quiznos, and then you can go back to the age-old Smucker's Jelly campaign, which was with a name like Smucker's, we gotta be good.
Yeah.
And you just go, Jared is the new spokesperson for Quiznos, and they just go, you know how good our sandwiches are? We got a fucking pedophile. And he's put the weight back on
Oh my
from
God.
eating our sandwiches because they're so fucking good.
gotta be
And
it.
that's how confident we are in our product.
Yeah.
All right, let's give some plugs where plugs are due. Adam's got shows coming up in Houston. That'll be November 14th through the 16th at the Houston Improv. Laugh Out Loud Comedy Club, San Antonio, Texas. After that, that's December 5th and 6th. And then what you can do is you can go to adamraycomedy.com.
Yeah, that's
right?
the and my big theater tour starts January through April. The Who Is Me tour, Wilbur, Town Hall in New York, the Moore in Seattle, a bunch of
Moore,
Hard Rocks
beautiful.
in Florida, and then I got a new character that I'm doing, Bruce Robbins, this mentalist magician, at the Comedy Store, November 12th, with Brad Williams and Harlan Williams as my first guest. It's a wild show, a lot of fun. I hired an owl. It's going to be bananas.
Wow.
Rudy, where are your dates? Where can we find your dates?
I'm going to be this weekend. I'll be at La Jolla at the Comedy Store with Michael Yo. And then the 21st, 22nd, I'll be at the Blue Note in Honolulu. And then November 28th, find me at Heavy Rotation Brewing in